Hello and welcome to Everything Explained. I'm your host, and today we're diving into a map you can hold in your hands and in your heart: how to build a genealogical tree. A family tree isn't just a list of names. It's a living diagram of journeys, migrations, and little moments that connect us to people who came before us. If you've ever wondered how to turn scattered clues into a solid family chart, you're in the right place. We'll break it down into practical steps you can start today, with simple tools, patient curiosity, and a bit of storytelling. By the end, you'll know what to search for, how to organize what you find, and how to keep your tree accurate as it grows. First, decide what kind of tree you want. Do you want a simple pedigree that shows your direct line, parents, grandparents, great-grandparents? Or a fuller family tree that also includes aunts, uncles, and cousins? Pedigrees are great for tracing lines back in time. Family trees help you see the web of living relationships today. Think of it like choosing a map scale. Do you want a pinprick of your ancestry, or a wider city map? Either choice is fine. The important thing is to start with a clear plan. Second, start with yourself. Write down what you know: your full name, dates of birth, places you've lived, your parents' names, and what you remember about grandparents. Even small facts, like a middle name or a birthplace, can unlock bigger records later. Next, gather what your relatives know. Have quick chats with parents, aunts, uncles, and cousins. Record their memories, even if they feel rough at first. You'll be surprised how many tiny clues show up later. Third, collect records. This is where the detective work begins. Common sources include birth, marriage, and death certificates, census records that list household members and ages, church or parish registers, immigration and naturalization papers, military service files, wills, land deeds, and probate records, and old newspapers for marriage notices or obituaries. Don't worry if you don't find everything at once. Start with one line and expand outward. For example, you might confirm your grandmother's name on her marriage certificate, then use that name to locate her in a census, which points you to her parents. Fourth, choose a home for your tree. You can use a notebook, a spreadsheet, or dedicated software. The key is consistency. Create a naming convention for people: first name, last name, middle name, and for places: city, state, country. Write down where each fact came from. This is your source citation. It doesn't have to be fancy, you just need enough detail to return to the record later. A simple rule: every person should have a source for their birth, and each relationship, such as X is the child of Y, should be tied to a source for that connection. Fifth, expand thoughtfully. Add parents, siblings, cousins, and spouses as you find them. A good practice is to work one family line at a time, then merge lines as you confirm connections. If you hit a mystery, an unclear birth year, a name that changes across records, mark it as a placeholder and keep digging. DNA testing can help when records run dry, but remember, it complements rather than replaces traditional documents. DNA can suggest a relative, but it won't tell you an exact name or place without records to tie it down. Sixth, verify and collaborate. Double-check suspicious dates, cross-check different records for the same person, and note any assumptions you've made. Talk to older relatives. Their memories can fill gaps and sometimes offer new leads. Share your tree with trusted relatives or online communities and invite corrections. Genealogy is a team sport. Seventh, be mindful of privacy and ethics. For living people, get permission before sharing details widely. Be considerate with sensitive information, especially around adoptions, estrangements, or delicate family histories. Finally, watch out for common pitfalls. Duplicate people, misspelled names, and mixed calendars. Old world records sometimes use different calendars. Modern dates can be converted, but it's easy to misread. When in doubt, go back to the original document and walk through the steps aloud as if you're telling a story. Conclusion: building a genealogical tree is less about becoming a historian and more about becoming a storyteller who anchors family stories in real documents. Start with today, your own paper trail, and one or two branches. Grow slowly, stay curious, and keep your notes neat. Each record you find is a breadcrumb that can lead to someone you'll never meet, but who mattered enough to be remembered. So grab a notebook, a digital file, or a genealogy app, and begin your journey, not just to learn who came before you, but to understand how their choices shaped the people we are today. May your roots grow deeper, and your story grow brighter.